Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey consists of a variety of sound elements. Even though the film runs around 2.5 hours, there is only an estimated 40 minutes of dialogue between the characters. The rest of the film consists of both diegetic and non-diegetic sound sources that create emphasis on visual images. The use of sound, or in some instances, use of little sound, not only create emphasis on visual images, but also play on the audience's awareness and expectations. A large portion of the film has little sound elements because the majority of the plot takes place in space. Kubrick uses silence as a sound in order to accentuate certain scenes throughout the film. In the book, Looking at Movies, Barsam and Monahan state that, as viewers, we are familiar with all the types of film sound described in this chapter, but we may be unfamiliar with the idea that silence could be a sound. Paradoxically, silence has that function when the filmmaker deliberately suppresses the vocal, environmental, or musical sounds that we expect in a movie. When so used, silence frustrates our normal perceptions. It can make a scene seem profound or even prophetic. These scenes with little or no sound are important because they highlight the actual characteristics of deep space. In numerous scenes, the audience sees the space station slowly gliding through the frame with little to no sound. This emphasizes the sheer magnitude of deep space and makes the viewer realize how isolated the characters really are. At the peak of Hal's destructive behavior, it shuts down the life support of the other crew members that are in a cryo chamber. The images flash between Hal's red eye and the life support system. Suddenly, a staggering alarm goes off, indicating power has been shut off to the sleeping crew members' chambers. Members are in critical condition. The sudden shift from silence to an alarm accentuates the critical situation and is startling to the viewers. The climax of the battle between man versus machine occurs when Dave makes his way through the space station. All the viewer can hear is Dave's breathing within his helmet. When Dave reaches Hal's control center, there's an immediate shift from silence to Hal pleading with Dave to stop removing its memory cores. As Dave continues his work, Hal's voice changes suddenly and becomes distorted, hardly making any sense. The artificial intelligence is begging Dave to save his life. An article titled Sound in Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey states that for all the dialogue usage within the film is minimal, it is made to count for a great deal, even managing some neat tricks with the dialogue. Notably, when Hal reaches the brink of his madness, and Dave is inside the processor shutting him down, Hal's voice changes as Dave works. The very last dialogue from Hal as he sings in at first a childish and then increasingly slurred manner is somehow one of the creepiest parts of the film.